Good evening and welcome to the final round of this GT4 Thursday Intercontinental Series for the Formula Racing League Assetto Corsa Competizione. I'm Tom Cairns and we're here for the championship decider in Tier 1. We've got 5 drivers in contention for the crown. There are 3 races this evening, all of which will be 20 minutes long, I should say, with 5-minute qualifying sessions prior to each. So we're into the closing moments of practice and we'll be set to begin qualifying. It looks like Chris has shown some strong pace as Freeman is to continue on to complete this lap of his. So Brood fourth, just ahead of the Frenchman, who goes into this round 40 points clear with 120 left on the table. So just needs to finish in the top 4 in each of the 3 races to be guaranteed the championship. So Freeman over the line and goes up to 3rd place with that timed lap. There is another driver on circuit, that is SJF, who's making his debut in Tier 1 this evening. 6.5 seconds off the pace throughout the session, but let's see if he can actually improve. He does look like he's on a quick lap. Does he slow the car down in time? Rise the curbs, and he keeps the car on circuit. Nicely done through the penultimate turn. Coming into the last corner of the lap. And this lap of his is not an improvement by the looks of it. The qualifying is now underway. There's only 5 minutes of this qualifying session, so there's not going to be a lot of time for drivers to get times in. So it's going to be a mad dash, but track position is also vital. And this could effectively be a single lap shootout. If one of those has just got out on the circuit now, you may be able to squeeze 2 laps in. So we've got 11 out of the 15 on circuit. Could possibly have another driver before qualifying is over, so who is going to be topping qualifying? Well, Williams, he's been okay, but his times in free practice only good enough to put him 12th for the moment, nearly 4 seconds off the pace. He's going to find himself with too much to do throughout, not just in the qualifying sessions, but in the races as well. There's 2 drivers still in the pits. They are Steve and Astral Racer, another one of the newcomers, and Kadeep is also around tonight. So Williams is just like the 82 of GTJ through, who's also been quick. He's one of the contenders for the championship tonight. And so we go on board for a lap with him. So down towards the first corner, 3rd gear, 100 kilometers an hour. Before you turn in, use the extra tarmac on the outside on the exit. And then this long back straight. Up through the gears. Quite undulating this part of the racetrack. And now you brake for turn 2, and then you climb up the hill. And then to the left-hander of 3. And then 4. Will slow down. GT3 going a bit too quick there. As does Williams behind. And he continues to climb. Not pushing too hard at this stage. And to the left-hander, 180 kilometers an hour. And then slow down for another left-hander before you head back down the hill. So this quick chicane, which is very easy to catch drivers out. And an even slower chicane as you turn in. It's like the corkscrew at Laguna Seca. You have to be really, really slow the car down before you continue riding downhill. But GTJ coming out to Forest Elbow. And now on the Conrod Straight. And then through the section that is known as the Chase. For the Kink of 20, and then turns 21 and 22. And then the last corner, which is known as Murray's Corner. And this lap time of GT8. We'll see him set the first time of this qualifying session. He's got time to do another one if he wants to do that, so he'll get over the line in time before the checkered flag. And the lap time of his 2 minutes 15.5, so he is fastest for now. As we see Parker go second, posting a 2 minutes 16.7. Drifter 2.5 seconds off the pace. Chica is 4th. Williams 5th. And Steve has just started a fast lap, as has Kadi. And the checkered flag is out. And Cresces has gone to the top at 2 minutes 15.4 for him. And at the moment he is on provisional pole. And who else is on the lap? Well, this is Cesar in the BMW. Coming through Murray's. Riding the curves over the line. And good enough to put in 3rd fastest. That's a brilliant lap there from Cesar. Absolutely splendid stuff from him. Here is Slow. And he's run wide there, unfortunately. And I'm not sure that lap time is going to count. Or it did count in the end, but he did lose time by running wide, and that would have been a good lap, actually, for Slow. So, only 7th at the moment for him. The next one over the line will be SJF. There's a bit of curb and then some. And Hutch, 5.5 seconds off the pace. So if SJF can get in front of him, then that's at least a start to his evening. Over the line, and it's a 2 minutes 19.9. Steve will be next over the line. Astral Racer goes 7th. Steve goes up to 3rd with a 2 minutes 15.7. Just look and see who else on that. Well, Williams got over the line in time, so he'll be able to complete this lap. I don't know if it's an improvement from him. Here he comes. Over the line, no improvement. This is Chica, who's heading through. And he improves to 10th place. Will Freeman will be the last of those to complete a lap. He goes up to 4th place. So Cresces is on pole position for the first race tonight. It's advantage him, but can he convert that into the victory? To see as the race goes on. So Cresces is on pole with GTJ alongside, and it's Steve and Freeman on the second row. And it's Cesar in a brilliant 5th place ahead of Brood, and it's Parker in a decent 7th, Astral 8th, Slow 9th, Chica in 10th, and it's Drifter, Williams, SJF, Hutch. I think we've got 2 Astral races in the lobby, have we? May well do. But one's in the 77, the other is in the number 1, so we'll have to wait and see when they come onto the grid. Kadi is at the back. He wasn't able to get a lap time during that short qualifying session. And with it being a 20-minute race, we expect the race to last 9 laps. May well be 10, depending on how quick the leader is during the course of the race. I would say 9 laps is what we are looking for. I'm about 2.5 minutes away from the formation now, and we've only got 1 Astra racer, so we've got 15 drivers in the first race. Temperature of 31 degrees, 38 degrees track temperature. Now Mount Panorama, first opened in 1938. It's an FIA Grade 3 licence racetrack. The current configuration has been there since 1987. And the major events it's hosted is, of course, the Bathurst 1000, the Bathurst 12-hour, the Bathurst 6-hour, the S5000 Tasman Series, the GT World Challenge Australia. So who will be champion tonight, I wonder? Well, it's likely it won't be decided in this first race. Now, for Freeman to win the championship in the first race, he would need to win, and then for Steve, Drifter, Willem and Chris to not score, but that is almost not going to happen. Could happen in the second race, though, depending on what happens in this first one. 40 points for a win, 36 for second, 32 for third, 28 for fourth. Not long to go now before the race does begin. There will be a formation that first. And looks like Fresh Bizzle has joined the lobby, which is good. So we've got 16 drivers involved. Brizzle may decide to start from the pit lane. Yeah, he's starting from the pit lane, is Brizzle, so he'll join the pack after the field have gone past him for the race start. So the 15 drivers going round on the circuit, 1 in the pit lane. So proceeds. We're looking to convert his pole into the win. Goes into this one, 46 points behind Will Freeman, so this is an important one. He needs to win and close down that gap and keep himself in the running. In between the races, the championship standings will update. And how that will work is, once the race is done, there'll be a 2-minute practice session to give the admins some time to update the championship standings, and then I will inform you as to what the standings are when the next qualifying session does begin. And it will look like we've had a spinner at the back. Don't know who that is that spun round. I think that was it Slow that's gone for a spin? Trying to see who that is. I think that may well be. And I think that may well be Kadi, who's gone round for a spin, unfortunately. Oh, don't want to be crashing out like that on the formation, that could be. I don't know what on earth is going on involving him there. And I think he's going to be starting from the pit lane now as well with that damage to his car. So Chryses will lead the field off the line. Or will lead the field. It'll be a rolling start. And it should be done by around about 11 Greenwich Mean Time. And the champion will be going to bed this evening. Whoever that will be remains to be seen. So Chryses back in the field up. See the drivers trying to generate as much brake and tyre temperature as possible. I think they're all should be actually coming to their rows of two. There you go then. Macy Cadee in the pits. Here we go then for the start of race one this evening. Chryses will be on the inside into the first corner. That is known as Hell Corner. And we are underway here when the green flag is shown. And we are racing. And it looks like Cadee has been given a drive-through penalty for speeding at the start. So that's effectively his race over for the BMW pilot. But Chryses leads ahead of GTJ, and it's Steve ahead of Freeman. I think Steve's dropped back actually. Freeman's got the jump on him, so Freeman is in front of the Ginetta. And now Steve is going to be under threat from what looks like the yellow and black liveried machine of Brood, who's got past both Cesar and Steve. So Steve has dropped back horribly at the beginning, but Freeman up there in third position as the field make their way through the long sequence of corners, through the cutting, and then through Quarry Corner, and then Reed Park, and then Frog Hollow. Chryses already pulling away through Frog Hollow, and now Solomon Park, and then McPhillamary